Hey folks, welcome to another video of 25 questions. So today is 17. Initially I thought I will bring this video tomorrow, but then again I thought no, I should bring this video today itself because I want to give at least 2 days back to you so that you can practice more mocks or you can do your revision and all. So this will be my last video for SEBI 25 questions, and you have 2 days now. Today is 17 and it is kind of end of the day. So 18, 19 is for you to revise or to attempt more mocks, whatever mocks you have taken. If you have not attempted those mocks, attempt those mocks. And let's start with the questions then. So the first question is, the default prompt when using a C-type shell is, so here it is talking about C-type shell. So the default prompt for C-type shell is percentage. So actually there are majorly two type of shell. One is bond shell, bond type, that is C shell. So the default prompt for bond is dollar and for C it is percentage, and they have different type. Like one is bond which is using SH, then bash bond again shell that is using BASH, then K shell which is using KSH. Similarly, C also had different type like C shell which is using CSH and top C shell which is using TCSH. So if you have studied shell thoroughly, you should know this thing. So if it will ask for C type, you have to mark percentage. If sometime it asks for K shell, it will not give you bond shell, it will give you K shell. Then also you have to mark dollar only. So let's go to next question. Which of the following is true about R vectors? So let's read the options. First is, it is a heterogeneous one-dimensional data structure. No, R is not a heterogeneous. R is homogeneous. Sorry, vector is not a heterogeneous. Vector is a homogeneous. Next is, it is a homogeneous one-dimensional data structure. That is correct. Absolutely correct. Third is, it is homogeneous two-dimensional. No. And D is, it is heterogeneous two-dimensional. That is also not correct. So the correct answer here is option B. Vector is a homogeneous one-dimensional data structure. Next is, from programming output from R, what will be the output of the following R code snippet? Paste A, B, SAP, colon. So what does this paste function do? Paste function is used to concatenate the parameters, or it is used to create a character strings. So there are two parameters A and B, so it will create a character string, and if there is a separator, it will separate that two parameters with this separator. So it will create a characteristic A separated by colon, then B. That's it. So the correct option will be in double quotes A colon B. That is this character string. Option C is correct answer. Next is, the number of edges in a complete graph of n vertices is. This is a very simple question. We know it is NC2 or n(n)-1 by 2. Option B is correct answer. Next is, herder node is used as sentinel in. So the answer for this is binary tree. So what is this herder node? Herder node is like traverse path terminator is known as herder node. Next is, SNMP uses the service of UDP on two well-known ports, and we need to determine which are those two ports on which SNMP works. So the correct answer is 161 and 162. So what is SNMP? So SNMP is a simple network management protocol. So whenever we talk about some protocol, we should know first at which layer it works. So it is an application layer protocol. What it does, it is used to monitor the network device, monitor and manage network device. So it just send a SNMP GET request to network device and check the responses from there. That's how it works. So it basically monitors the network device in the network. Next is, the source port number on the UDP user datagram header defines. So source port number will say like which process it is sending. So what it will say is us source port number. So the correct answer is the process running on the sending computer. We know port number is used to determine the process, and source port will tell us the process running on the source computer, and destination port number will tell us the destination process. Next is dash data type can store unstructured data in database. So this data type is raw data type. Correct answer is raw. Next is which one of the following statement is false? Let's see what the statements are telling. First is the data type dictionary is normally maintained by the database administrator. That's correct. Second is data element in the database can be modified by changing the data dictionary. No, this is not correct. Data elements cannot be modified, because what is data dictionary having? This having the data about data, like which type of data, what are the column names, which type of data will be there. So we cannot change the data by modifying data dictionary. We can change the type of data there. C is the data dictionary contains the name and description of each data element. That contains the name and description of each data element. This is correct. D is the data dictionary is tool used exclusively by the DBA. Yeah, this is similar to first only. All statements are true. No. So what is the statement is false here is option B. Data elements that the database can be modified by changing the data dictionary. This is false here. Next question. Select star from employee where department name is equal to computer science. In the SQL given above, there is an error. Identify the error. So the error is in this part. Whenever we are giving a where with equal to sign, we used single quotes and not double quotes. So correct answer should be where department underscore name is equal to in single quote. If we will computer science, then it will work. Yes, it will give an error. Let's see next question. Which of the following statements are true about SQL query? Okay, so we have to identify two statements. First is an SQL query can contain a having clause even if it does not have a group by clause. This is not correct. Having will come whenever we will have a group by. It is like select, then column names or a star from table, and then group by, then having. Like this it will work. Next is an SQL query can contain a having clause only if it has a group by clause. This is absolutely true. Next is all attributes used in group by clause must appear in the select clause. Yes, because what does group by do? It is just grouping the data, grouping the same type of data. So if we don't have that in select query, then how it will group? It cannot group if it is not present in select query. Next is not all attributes used in group by clause needed to appear in select clause. That is also not correct. So we have Q and R is correct here. Let's see the options. P and R, P and S, C, Q and R. Yeah, this is correct option here. Next is ER model uses this symbol to represent a weak entity set. So what is this symbol? So how entity is represented? Entity is represented with rectangle. How weak entity is represented? It is doubly outlined rectangle. So weak entities are those entities who do not have any primary key. And these weak entities thus shows the total participation, which is presented by double line. How attributes are shown in ER diagram? With ellipse or oval shape. Multi-valued attributes, double oval or double ellipse. Derived attribute, dashed ellipse. And key values are shown with an underline. Suppose this is the entity and here ID is the attributes. So ID contains one underline, that is known as key. Question may come from here. Next is an IPv4 address is normally represented in base dash in dotted decimal. So we know IPv4 address can range from 0 to 255. So what is the base? Base is 256. So 4 octet will be there and we represent in dot decimal notation. So correct answer is option D, 256. Next is, what is the output of the following Python program? So let's see. Line is equal to what will have, so will, some string is given. L is equal to line dot split a. What does this line dot split function do? It is kind of delimiter. So whenever it will having a, it will just partition the whole string from this. So like what is written, so it will partition it two part, wh and then t, like this. A will be removed because a is delimiter here. So a line dot split a, and this is simple for loop to print this screen, to print this string, sorry. So what will the output here? So output will here is this one, wh, then there is delimiter a, so it will not be printed. Then t will h, a will not be printed because it is delimiter. Again it will be in two parts, ve, so will. So option B is correct answer. This is basic for loop only, nothing else. And we should know what is this line dot split function do, or what is this split function does. It is just delimiting the string. Next is again from Python. Let's see what is the output of the following program. So one list is giving, list is equal to 2 50 10 list dot insert 2 5. What does this insert function does? So we have, it is telling we have to insert at index 2, and what we have to insert 5. So what will be the new list? New list will be true 50. Then this is 0 index, this is 1 index. At index 2, what we have to insert? Value 5. So what will happen to 10? It will shift right side. So true 55, and it will shift to 10. It will shift to third index. This is new list T 5510. So at index 2 we have inserted 5. Now we have to sum the list. So to sum the list, the value of this true will be treated as 1, and value of false is treated as 0. So to sum this, 1 plus 50 plus 5 plus 10. So what will the output? It will be 66. So the correct answer will be true 50 10 5, sum is 66. True 55 10, sum is 66. Option D. I hope it is clear. Next is, Python allows string slicing. Okay, we know this. What is the output of below code? Okay, as a string is giving CPP bus Chicago, print S3 5. Very simple question. So we know the index start from 0. So 0 1 2. Index 3 is B, and we know 5 means till 4 we have to go. So BU, so only BU will be printed. 0 1 2 3 4. Yeah, only BU will be printed. So answer is option C, BU. Next is, which of the following is a Python tuple? So how tuple is declared in Python? It is in small braces. In braces, Python list is declared. This is list, and in curly braces, dictionaries are defined. So we should remember this thing. So this is Python tuple. We know that tuple is immutable. Next is, which of the following is designed to perform legitimate tasks, but it also performs unknown and unwanted activity? This is known as Trojan horses. Next question is, which factor is a measure of the actual damage achieved by an attack? So that is known as spectacularity. Spectacularity. So B is the correct answer here. Next is 253.45.67.9 is a class dash address. Very simple question. It is class E address. So we should know the range for all the class address. It start 0 to 127 for class A, 128 to 191 for class 2, class B, 192 to 223 for C, 224 to 239 for D, and 240 to 255 for class E. So this is for first octet only. So only by seeing first octet we can determine which class address is this. So this lies between 240 to 255. So that's why it is class E. Next is, What value must a C++ destructor return? So C++ destructor doesn't return any value. So answer is option A. Destructor do not return a value. Next is, after compilation of dash code and dash code is obtained to execute any C program. So what we compile? We compile source code, and what we get? We get object code. So the correct answer is option A. After compilation of source code, object code is obtained to execute the any C program. Next is, network layer is responsible for dash delivery of packets, error-free, end-to-end, point-to-point, source to destination, peer-to-peer. So answer is source to destination. Network is for source to destination. For peer-to-peer, it is data link layer. And what is end-to-end or process-to-process? Transport layer. Next is, what is KPA in crypt analysis? So what is KPA? KPA is known plain text attack. Option B. So what is this known plain text attack? In known plain text attack, the attacker knows the plain text for some part of the ciphertext. So he know like some part the plain text for some part of ciphertext. The task for his is he need to analyze, or he need to decrypt the remaining text by the known plain text. So maybe he can try by finding out some key or some shifting or some block. That's how this attack works. So this is very basic known plain text attack. And last question for the day is, which of the following correctly access the seventh element stored in array with an array size of 100 elements? So we know array index starts with from 0. So to access 7th, we know the subscript would be 6. So array 6 is the correct answer. So that's all for today's video. So on 20th you have phase 1 exam. All the best for your exam. And if you have watched all my MCQs video for SEBI as well as for IBPS IT officer also, very easily you can crack this exam. You need to just score 40% marks, which will be easy for you. So hope for the best and all the best. That's all for today's video. If you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe. I will share PDF on my Telegram channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.